In this video, I'm going to talk with a client of mine. He's a CPA for working for 40 years right now. This is a quick interview. Typically, the last couple of videos I uploaded are more of the case studies of accountants and where we go and talk with them about their experience working with accounting kings. But I want to switch things up a little bit so that I can actually provide more value to you all. So we are going to talk about how he actually structures his pricing. We are going to talk about how he structures his sales and way more things that will probably be very helpful for you. I know that you're probably busy, it's the end of the quarter, so let's dive into the video right now. Yeah, we are here with Raymond. He's a CPA and just want to quickly interview him to talk about the experience working with us, Accounting Kings, but also wanted to dive more into his business, his firm, and how he structures everything so that you, as an accountant, can also probably learn something from it. So yeah, Raymond, can you maybe take a quick minute to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Raymond Young, CPA from Fremont, California. I've been in business for 40 years as a CPA, and I used to work for the IRS for 5 years before I started my CPA business.
Awesome. Yeah, so many years of experience, which of course your clients love and really appreciate about working with you. So I'm actually wondering, like, what is the main thing that you learned in those 40 years regarding growing an accounting firm?
Yeah, that you never are ambitious enough, most people, including me, to actually grow the accounting firm. Most people just stay status quo. You have to be actively involved in growing instead of thinking that things will go well.
Yeah. And it's something I actually see with a lot of my clients before they work with us, where they totally rely on word of mouth and referrals only for business growth. So I was
Yeah.
wondering, like, what is the main thing? So you say you need to be active in thinking how you grow the business. What are the main things that you've tried in the past that have worked or have not worked?
That is a superb question. Um, Tried doing it on my own. I've also tried using advertising agencies. I used two ad agencies at 2,500 a month before Don. How do you pronounce your name?
Yeah, it's Dan, but that's Dutch
Yeah.
name. You can just call me Dan.
Um, Unfortunately, that didn't work out. Dan has been doing a lot better.
Awesome.
Counting
Yeah, because
Kings.
like you just said that you signed the client that's going to pay you like a $2,000 monthly retainer. So in I think we've been advertising for only like 40 days ish. So that's definitely very successful. And so you signed an okay big client, a monthly retainer client. How do you structure your pricing for these type of clients?
Estimate on the high side, number one. Number two, listen to them and find out what they want and need the most. Don't sell yourself. I'm not selling myself. I'm selling, I'm selling, giving them what they want and dream about
Yeah,
and are
and
in
it,
pain of.
awesome. Did you also study the sales materials we gave to you?
Not enough. No.
Yeah, that's exactly, or not exactly. That's what the main thing that we also teach all of our clients. Like most of the accountants, they just say, okay, well, you need an accountant. Well, we can offer you bookkeeping, tax, and some advisory services. But they don't really dive into the details of where does the prospect, the potential client, actually want to go with their business, and how can I position myself as someone that actually solves the problems in the business, and therefore also thinks outside of the business in their personal lives, which then positions yourself as the accountant in the firm in a way better position to charge for. Is that kind of the same thing that you are doing?
Yeah, don't say bookkeeping, don't say tax, because they have a concept of what that is. You say protect them from the IRS. You say monthly clean books. You say your cash will be determined by you. If you spend 1,000 cash, you have to tell me where you spent it on.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's might be non-deductible.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And then, so let's say that you are talking to someone, they tell you, yes, these are my needs, my problems. How do you go about picking the right pricing?
Oh, that's an awesome question. Um, I like 30% of savings. I've been able to get by with half of savings.
Okay. So you just take a percentage, and that's basically the pricing that they need to invest with
Those
you,
are
and then you.
wild estimates. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's actually a pretty good one. Yeah. And do you sometimes also get objections where people say, "Well, the pricing is way too high," if you position yourself in the way that you just told?
Yes. The way I exactly say it though is we are a revenue center and not a cost center. So the reason why is because if I charge you 24,000 a year, you will make 24,000 a year. That's a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
That's a 1-to-1 ratio of 0. That sells them enough. I don't have to say, um, if you pay me 24,000, we will make you 72,000. I actually have not had to say that. The 1-to-1 ratio was enough to say fine.
Yeah.
And then I have to push it a 1-to-2 ratio. If you pay me 24,000, I'll make you 50,000 per year recurring, because all those old suggestions are also recurring.
Yeah. It's actually really good. And what you will also actually what I see when I'm talking to the leads of our clients, the accounting firms, is where they just don't want to get in trouble with the IRS, and they just don't like to do their own accounting, or they don't know how to do it. So even if they just have like a 1-to-1 ratio, it will still save them hours of time, will still save them the frustration, and it's still worth it for them, the whole investment, even if they are not making direct money from it, right?
Um, so not making direct money is not true for a business. We will always make the money for a business.
Yeah.
We will not make the money if they're a wage earner and they
Hmm.
just have itemized deductions. They have a rental property. You can't guarantee that. For a business, we can pretty much guarantee 3,000 just like that very easily and up.
Awesome. And then what are the main strategies that you implement for your clients to just basically guarantee them the return on their investments?
We have a 150-page tax planner plus 42 states. I use that as a guide. I give them PDFs as a guide. I ask them to notate what they want to discuss, and then what our team will make sure those are implemented.
Mm,
Implementation is key. You can discuss all you want, but if it doesn't happen, if you don't do it, you won't save.
yeah, awesome. And that's the key, right? Like tech spending. I've talked with so many of my clients where we are discussing like maybe implement or put like tech spending in the services that you offer, because it's so easy to offer to your potential clients. You can just tell them, okay, well, I'm going to charge you 40,000 per year, but guess what? With the tech spending that we are going to implement, I'm also going to save you 40,000. So it's basically for free. You're going to make the return already if you are going to work with us. So definitely like that strategy. And I also maybe want to touch base a bit more on the marketing side. So you said earlier that you already tried two of those marketing agencies before, which didn't work. Why do you think that those agencies were not successful for you?
Not enough leads, not enough qualified leads too.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something I see with so many people. Like, it's also the thing that general marketing agencies, they can do an okay job, but selling accounting and financial services is just different from just selling like a gym membership, for example. So that's something I always see is a lot of those marketing agencies. They just don't have the niche expertise, which of course something you need if you are selling such a service. So I'm also just wondering, like, what is something that you really liked about the whole Accounting King system and the process itself?
When I was reading your Facebook ads, I liked what you said. You said that people who we're doing Google ads so that people who are searching on Google for an accountant need an accountant right now. When you're on Facebook, maybe like me, you're seeing your ads and saying, maybe, maybe I need it. But when you're typing accountant for payroll tax, you need one right now.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
were right now if they're typing in Google.
And that's the thing. I've tried every single platform that you can name, and with Facebook you can generate like a lot of leads. Like I'm talking like 50 cents per lead. But those people just wrong phone numbers. They click by accident, or if you talk with them and they remember what it's about, they say, "Okay, well, yeah, I was looking for an accountant, but I don't need it now. Just touch base with me in a year." Which, of course, is not something that you are willing to hear when you are advertising. So yeah, I know, of course, that you are busy. So I just wanted to ask and finish this whole interview with one more question. Do you recommend other accountants to give accounting gigs a shot?
Absolutely. Definitely.
Awesome. It was a pleasure to talking to you, Raymond.
So I hope you have learned something. I hope you are going to also implement the learnings that you get to finally attract more high revenue clients, can be business owners or wealthier individuals, so that you can provide more value and of course make more money at the end of the day with the business, because at the end of the day, that's what the business needs to do, make profit. So as you already heard the interview, we have an amazing system here at Accounting Kings. If you would like to discuss how we can potentially help you, use the link in the description to have just a quick chat with me, and then I will see you on the Zoom call sometime soon. Cheers.